Another race day, another set of weather challenges for the athletes competing in Largs today. On the third day of the 470 Europeans, hosted by the Scottish seaside resort, winds of more than 15 knots were expected this morning. Between the races today, there was a light storm even, and the passing of a nuclear submarine. The Croatian team dominated in the men's fleet, while Vegilin and Ainsworth from Britain put in an outstanding performance, 3 wins from 3 races, and are now leading in the women's fleet. Let's see how events unfolded in more detail. The day started with the sailors' arrival at the club, where they began their preparations. Early in the day, the sun was still very much present over the Scottish port town, but soon enough, things would get breezy and once again stormy. Let's hear some words from the sailors on their experiences in Largs and some thoughts on how the event is progressing so far.
Yeah, the weather was quite rainy and a little bit foggy. Also the wind was a little bit shifty, not really difficult to sail.
Yesterday's day was like the day before, quite tricky, really shifty and stormy with a lot of clouds with rain.
The weather is a little bit better today. Also, I think the wind seems to be a little bit stronger, maybe more stable.
The men's fleet started first, but boats were really congested on the line, and this led to a general recall. When the second start was signalled, Saxton and Mason, together with Brachley and Hauser from Switzerland, chose the pin end, a decision which turned out not to be a wise one. At the first mark, Fantella and Marinic were leading the pack, with the Greek team of Kamparides and Papadopoulos chasing in second place. Gers and Fullman from Germany were third and sailing fast during the reach, closing the gap separating them from the Greek team. The rest of the fleet had not hoisted their spinnakers that fast and so had been left behind. Fantella and Marinic, meanwhile, increased their lead, and the Germans had managed to overtake the Greeks, who had been in second place. However, the German team's choice to sail higher than the Croatians during the downwind did not pay off in the end. Fantella and Marinic actually jibed early to the right side and now created a huge gap between them and the second team, which was the Greek team at this point. The Germans had to settle for third place now, followed by the team from Canada. So at the end of the race, it was the Croatians who had scored the bullet, with the Greeks in second place managing to stay ahead of the Germans. Behind them, some tough battles were unfolding between France's Skotchek and Nibu and the team of Chaus and Gribonov from Russia. As for Britain's Saxton and Mason and Switzerland's team of Brachley and Hauser, they had been left further behind. A disappointing performance for them both today. But the weather was once again less than helpful to the 470 sailors today. Between the races, a genuine storm was fast approaching, and so was a British Navy submarine. A little wait then for the light storm to pass and the submarine too. When the storm eased, the women sailed their second race of the day, with Mrak and Cern starting on the committee boat end. On the other side of the track, Croatia's Ninčević and Zupan and the team of Burnett and Stewart from Britain weren't as happy with their own choice of sailing to the left side. In first place remained the Slovenians, followed by the new pairing of Testers and Thilo from Switzerland in second place, and the British team of Vegilin and Ainsworth in third place. It might have appeared that the top spot was secure for the team from Slovenia, but they hadn't asked the girls from Britain, who would strike a bit later on and manage to steal first place. Let's take a quick look at the results at the end of this third day in Largs. Overall in the 470 men, the Croatians managed to keep the first place, and the British team of Saxton and Mason is now second. In the women's 470 fleet, however, there is a serious upset with the Slovenian pair losing their lead to Britain's Vegilin and Ainsworth. The German team of Bockmann and Panushka are in third place. That's it for today. Join us again tomorrow for more action from the 2012 470 European Championship.